This is Inside Hart County Football with head coach Rance Gillespie and your host, Doc Ayers. Recorded in Studio 604B at the new Hart College and Career Academy. Here's your host, Doc Ayers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Inside Hart County Football for September the 20th. Taping this on a Thursday night. Inside Hart County Football is brought to you by Pierce Build Homes. Joined by Coach Rance Gillespie. Coach, round 3 of the gauntlet. Blessed Trinity. I'll go on record right now. I told somebody the other night, I do not know of a team in the state of Georgia that can match the opponents we've played the last 3 weeks.
They've been 3 really good opponents, and Blessed Trinity certainly proved to be, just as good as the other 2. A fine football team, a lot of good football players, and very well coached.
Very well coached is correct. But you know what? The score is 31-7. But people got to realize it was 9-7 with about 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Right.
And we had a couple opportunities.
We had several opportunities, some opportunities that we need to capitalize on. And, we get the ball down inside the 10 there right before the half. And, thought we had a really good shot at getting a first down. We end up not getting it, and they made a play there and really kind of flipped some momentum. But still going in at halftime, we still felt like we had a great opportunity to come out in the second half.
And that's the thing that keeps amazing me about these guys. In four games, I haven't seen them lay down.
No, our kids are playing hard. Our kids are doing a lot of things that good football teams do. There's some things that we do need to do more consistently. There's some things that we need to eliminate in terms of silly mistakes and things like that. But our football team is doing a lot of positive things, and I think if we can continue, and it's like I said 3 weeks ago, if we can take a healthy football team into region play, and by healthy I mean not just in terms of physical health, I mean more so in terms of mental health. And if we can take a mentally healthy football team into region play and continue to believe in ourselves and play with some confidence, then I think great things are going to happen to this football team.
Let's look at the first half.
Yeah, the second play of the game here. Good play. Blocked really well. Again, continue to get a bunch of these crash kicks. We put the ball in a lot of different places. Continue to do a good job getting that field. Come out with a little counter play here. A good fit there out of Tyler Dalton and the corner guard there. Under makes a
great
really nice run. And you got some people out in front of him. And see, three blocks down the field to get him all the way down inside the 5. And have an opportunity to punch this in for the first score of the game. Brought a little corner pressure there. And these guys did a good job. They did a lot of stuff to prepare for it. A really good block there out of Clay Long with the kick, and Devontae sticks it in the end zone for us. And we have an opportunity to go up 7.
And kick off. They take the ball. You knew they were going to hand the ball to the 2 big backs, and that's what they did.
They did, and they got two really good backs and a good line of scrimmage. And the quarterback does a good job throwing the ball as well. Doesn't let you just pile up and completely stop that back. The back's 6'2", about 210, and can run. He's got a really bright future in this game. And that's what they do. They're a physical football team. It's going to run downhill. They're going to run the toss, and they're going to run the power, and they're going to run the ISO. That's what they do, and do a really nice job with it.
Defense blows its neck and they force the field goal.
Yeah, I thought the defense did that a couple of times and did some real nice things. Came real close to blocking the Malvern. We'll get one here in a minute. Tevin is hot off the edge there and does a really nice job. Good return here, getting the ball out to midfield. We've got a little momentum, got some positive things going for us, and we just got to do a little bit better job executing a couple of things offensively.
And willing people, they do a good job taking the pitch away and makes good points, get up and get positive yardage. That was close.
Well, we had him behind him a couple of times, and just got to find a way to make a play here and there and get the thing protected. And take advantage of one of those opportunities where we're behind.
Here comes that big back again.
We're going to give him the ball. That's what they do. I don't blame him. He's a good player. Come out here and stand up top. Jalen has played really well for us all year long. And gives up the slant right there, but came away with the pick here a little bit later in the game.
A huge play. It is down on the foot line. If they score on the next play.
Quarterback sneak.
There's the block.
Come off the edge and lays out this time.
That's the second one he's got this year. Another wave kick.
We're going to continue to see some of those things. Good job on Kyle Reed, gain of 8, and moving the chains. And that's what we need to do. We got to be able to protect if we had some opportunities down the field. Good run out of Devontae. Good finish. And that's what you like to see a back do is finish a play and finish going forward. Another good fit out of Clay there on the edge, and he's really come on and become quite a quarterback.
Good.
This is almost another big play.
Yes.
And, just unfold a little bit. And, there's things in every football game that people from the stands don't see. The receiver runs a little bit of the wrong angle. The ball's not thrown exactly where it needs to be on time. And, those little things make big differences. And, Kane almost was able to come down with that anyway. Yeah, which is a big play because we got the ball inside the 8 again. Got an opportunity.
The most part of the coming game did a good job, particularly cover.
We're continuing to improve in that area. And, Chase is just a 10th grader. He's going to be a good player.
Great pick.
This is a great play out of Jalen. Underneath the post there. And gets a really nice return for it.
Again, back down in the red area and have an opportunity.
Get the ball out, man. Get a solid game, about 14 yards there. And so, at times we were able to move the ball. Just got to be consistent. That can be a challenge against a team of this caliber. They had one defensive lineman especially that was a really good player, number 8. Good with the elbow race. And he was a handful to block.
Good play there, getting the jump off.
We have not experienced a bunch of that this year. We've been pretty solid with our snaps. We had 2. One, I don't know that everybody really noticed, but it hurt us at the play. I thought our ends did a good job spilling the power by letting it go vertical in the county. We got good play out of those kids. I think our 2 inside guys were playing solid. Good play there in the trap. Jordan Burton was just a 10th grader and
getting better
really well. The 2 ends playing with a good motor. Have a snap that goes over his head, good hustle there out of Beacon. Again, we got the ball in good shape.
That was a touchdown for that pick.
We're really close.
It's all down to the 5 or 6 here.
And really, if you look at that one, we're a block away there. So get close, decide to go for it, and we don't execute real well. But at the time, thought that it was the right thing to do. Didn't think that 10 points was going to be enough to win this football game. that's what we're going to do. We're going to play to win and try to do the things that it takes in order to do it.
You mentioned the quarterback, but I thought he did a great job hiding the ball in that play fake.
He did, and the safety bid on it. And 6 is a really good player for them. Ride out and really run, and has made a lot of plays for them, and really makes them different. They only had the back, and it would be a lot easier to defend, but the quarterback at 6, it's a different ball.
Get down to the half here.
We kind of ran a play, get it down to 1, and then take a shot down the field. Got to do a better job protecting the football. It scared the life out of me.
Everybody in the press box too. All right, 16-7 at the half, like you say, still in the ball game, still in there. When you look at where this team was and where it is now, what's the biggest improvement?
Well, I don't think there's any question that we're getting better. I think there's certain areas where you see us playing better. I think just from a knowledge standpoint, an understanding standpoint, and our ability to adjust things, we're improving there. I think we're getting good play out of our inside 2 for the most part on defense, and I think our at times we're fitting things a little bit better in the secondary. So I see different areas of improvement every week. The biggest thing that I continue to say is we have to continue to improve in terms of our consistency. Because you see us play good in spurts, and the big thing is, if we want to be the team that we can and reach our potential, then we have to play good on a consistent basis.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be looking at the second half. You're watching Inside Hart County Football with Coach Rance Gillespie. We'll be right back.
The Hart County College and Career Academy provides new and improved learning opportunities to students in our community. With new technology and equipment in every classroom, students have the resources to ensure a better education. We guarantee that the Hart County College and Career Academy will further prepare students for their future and their careers. Hart County College and Career Academy, preparing students for their future.
The Hart County High School 5th and Campbell store is selling t-shirts during home football games. Come by and buy a gray shirt for $15 or a black and white shirt for $20. We will be at the front gate. All proceeds go to the store run by Hart County High School students.
Hart County High School is about academics, sports and training, bulldog chow, reading, teamwork, brilliant minds, preparing for the future. Hart County High School is the school made for us.
Welcome back. We're visiting with Coach Rance Gillespie. You're watching Inside Hart County Football. Coach, 16-7, they get the home run play right before the half, but you're still in the ball game.
No question. We've got an opportunity to come out and play the second half, and and continue to play hard, and that's what we talked about at halftime. It's just quit shooting ourselves in the foot, eliminate some of the mistakes, and try to play some consistent football in the second half. All
right, let's look at some second half film. Have to kick off to start the half.
We've had pretty decent coverage. Deacle does a good job here. Get him pinned at the 26 there to start a drive. So not in terrible shape on the coverage there. And they started mixing in a couple of the play action passes again to just make sure that you don't just load up on the 2 backs. And there was 2 of them. They're very similar, but 22 is a little bit bigger than the other one, 21. But 21 is a good back in his own right. So
great job there.
Good play here out of Corbin. Corbin is learning to play with his hands and made a really nice play there.
Yeah.
So
A little miscommunication there. Again, the sweep, and they get it down to the 4.
Right, and come back with the trap, and not a bad fit out of the back of there, and we pick up the fumble. It's in the end zone, so we're going to get the ball at the 20 to start a drive. You know, and these are the things that we've got to clean up. Is just the hookups that and those types of things that it just. And this is the other snap that I was talking about that kind of went over there to the back. So it looks like we had a bad hookup, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And I think every time somebody sees an interception or a fumble or something like that, you see an interception, you want to blame the quarterback, or you see a long pass, you want to blame the corner that's running with the receiver, and that's not always the case. There's other things that go along with it, and that's one of the beauties of a football game. And I think that's one of the things that makes football really unique.
And I thought right here we had a chance at a really big play.
Yeah, it's a good play out of Braden. He goes in there and just basically takes the ball away and get a big return, and got the ball in good position here.
And then and their defense steps up.
Yeah, and they've got a good defense. They really do. 32 is a good player. 8's a good player that we've already talked about. And they do a lot of different things on that side of the ball. Give you a lot to prepare for.
And their best player didn't play with the linebacker, so they are a good defense.
The linebacker that didn't play is the one that's committed to Georgia, and got to watch him a little bit from last year's film. He's got a broke foot, but he's supposed to be back here over the next couple of weeks. So.
Yeah.
Can't lose contain right there on that, and
that was a third down, I believe.
Yeah, that was a big third down for them because we had an opportunity to get a stop there. And that's, we're in good position there.
He just makes a perfect throw.
Heck of a throw and a heck of a catch.
Yeah.
Again, that's not bad defense there either. So like I said, at times, you see traits of us of showing the ability to be a good football team.
Another sky kick, and get the ball back nearly to the 40-yard line.
Good run, and get Malachi some reps in there, trying to get him reps each and every week at running back, and he's done a good job with his opportunities. And he and Kane had catch right there on the little stick route that we run, and 2 ninth graders getting reps, and that's gonna make us better as we move forward.
There comes the third back.
Yeah, they've got a deep football team, and a big line of scrimmage, and some good backs. So, and like I said, they're really well coached. Coach McFarland is retired from Roswell and did a really good job there at Roswell, and they hired John Thompson as the defensive coordinator, which Coach Thompson was the defensive coordinator at the University of Florida with Coach Spurrier. And
I thought that name looked familiar.
Yeah, and was I think he was at Arkansas for a while too, and has always been known for doing a lot of exotic stuff defensively, and is some of this is no different. Yeah. So they do a really nice job.
It's a lot to prepare for in a week. Get the extra point. Another one of the sky kicks.
Yeah, and we're going to get more and more of those. Tevin has shown the ability to push the ball down the field on some of those kickoffs, and we've just got to be prepared to handle those things. Good job out of Crew dumping that thing out to the back in the flat, and you see growth out of him each and every week as a quarterback, and his decision-making ability. And I think O'Neal certainly is playing well right now, and can do some really special things with his legs. So really, excited about the potential of where we can go with the two quarterbacks.
I still like the fact that we're competing on defense. It would be real easy this late in the game to just go through the motions, but you're not.
No, there's no question. You got a bunch of kids that are still playing hard, and and it's important. And it's important that we use every rep and every opportunity that we have to get better, because those are the things that are going to make us a better football team.
A little drag route there again.
A little shallow concept, and something that that we've spent a lot of time with, and Kane does a good job with it, and Crew gets it to the right guy.
Mm-hmm. You think sometimes people look at a football game and you see all the chaos. They don't realize that it is truly organized chaos.
It is, and especially when you play against a team like this, it's bringing a lot of different pressures and things like that. And they probably didn't pressure quite as much as they have a couple of the other games that we'd seen on film, but they still did pressure a good bit. And some of those things we just got to do a better job picking some of those things up and being able to protect the quarterback and give us some opportunities to move the ball down the field.
Coach, you went last Friday up to Cornelia and watched tomorrow night's opponent for Stevens. Tell us about Stevens.
Yeah, they postponed their game to Saturday because of the weather and both of those schools being out for extended time throughout the week. And so we got an opportunity to ride up and watch Hab and Stevens play on Saturday night, and it was a good football game. It was back and forth. What I would say is it looks like Stevens is trying to establish a physical identity on offense, and I think they do. They've got a back that we have to stay in front of. If he gets behind you, you're in trouble. And he's a good player, and he runs behind a really good line of scrimmage that executes some things really well. The quarterback does some things that are really good in terms of throwing the ball. They use him as a runner as well. So certainly you have to account for him. He's not a pure pocket passer by any stretch of the imagination. He can hurt you with his legs. And they do. They run him a good bit. He is a key component to what they do offensively. Defensively, they're an odd stack team, which this will be the third odd stack team that we've played. But all of them are a little bit different. Stevens is a lot of pressure. They bring a lot of double edge pressure. Some different stuff with the mic. And match up some man stuff in the secondary along with some zone pressure stuff. The Mike is a really good player for them. I think he's a 4-year starter at Mike. They've got a kid at a defensive end spot that's a really good player. So, another team that's got good players, across the board, and it's a rivalry game, and going to the reservation is always tough. So. But I think our football team is hungry, and we'll be ready to play Friday night.
It's hard to believe the season will be half over tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It doesn't seem like about 3 weeks ago we were doing spring practice.
I know, it's flying by, but it always does.
Coach, as always, thanks for taking time out. We'll look forward to seeing you Friday night up at the reservation and next week here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doc.
All right. That does it for Inside Hart County Football. As always, thanks to our sponsor, Pierce Built Homes. We'll see you next week with a recap of Hart County Stevens. Good night.
Thank you for watching Inside Hart County Football. This has been a production of Hart College and Career Academy video production class.